Are we allowed to say that you were in my student short way back in the day?
I guess we are.
Okay, perfect. Good.
So I knew you back in college.
Yes.
You did When the Kids Are Away, and now you're directing this huge film. Like,
Yes.
how did you get involved with this project? Did you go after it, or how did it come together?
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, when I was in film school, we worked together, and you were an amazing dancer and
gosh,
actress,
thanks.
and it was fun to go from there to jump cut to here with the Rock and Bruce Willis is. I pinch myself every day. The fact that we got to, one, work with these masters, and two, just create a big, crazy fantasy. And that's what I love about movies, that we can create a worldwide adventure that you wouldn't regularly go on. And one weekend, you could go with your family and your friends and experience this great, grand adventure.
Yeah, that was actually something I loved about the film, is it was really authentic, just to every detail. I mean, the set, costumes,
Thank you.
The 3D effect, the characters and everything. It really was way more than your typical action film. How was your vision for the film realized?
We all sat down from the beginning of this movie and were like, we need to make the big action movie that we've always wanted.
Yeah.
It's G.I. Joe. It begs for that. We have ninjas. We have military guys. We have big vehicles. We have big weapons. We need to go for it here. So when you have a producer like Lorenzo and you have Bruce and Dwayne and Channing and ninjas, you can't do anything but go for it. So we literally just said, bigger is bigger. Of course, we had to ground, bigger is and always better, but the idea that you could ground it with Dwayne and Bruce, that they were actually playing real human beings, is the only thing that allowed us to go that big. That Bruce gave it this everyman feel, same with Dwayne, even though he's ginormous.
He's like a real-life action hero.
No, he really is. He's the only
massive.
one who could have played that part. But even G.I. Joe, the name says it all, because it's the average Joe can be the hero, and I think that's a big part of why the franchise works through all these years.
And you have used dance in a lot of your work, and it seemed like you used that in some of the action sequences, especially the zip line chase scene in the Himalayas.
Yes.
It was just so graceful and beautifully choreographed. How did you incorporate your style into the movie, but also kind of keeping in line with the first G.I. Joe?
Yeah. It's hard when you're making a movie. It takes so many people, and so it's not. We have so many different teams, and we're all working together, and we're all just like in this sort of soup of energy. And so I try to instill my energy into that, but I'm not involved in every single detail. And hopefully everyone's on the same page of what story we're trying to tell. So it took months and months to shoot that, and I do feel there is all of our DNA in it in some way, and so that's what's really fun about it. That it wasn't something we just go out and shoot. It took a collaboration with ILM, with our visual effects supervisor, with our stunt guys. We actually built zip lines in the mountains of Vancouver and had guys in ninja outfits flying across. So it was, and 9 minutes of no dialogue. Nobody could say that it would necessarily work other than just doing it and taking a risk.
Yeah, and I think the audience, I mean, that's one of my favorite scenes in the movie. I think they're just going to love all the action, but also I think they're really going to love the characters. I felt like in this movie, even more so than the first one, it really kind of dived into these relationships and the camaraderie, especially between Channing and Dwayne's characters. I mean, they just were bantering and playing off each other. It just looked like they were having so much fun.
Yes.
How much fun was it for you to be working with all these guys?
We did have fun on set. I mean, we were in New Orleans. We had big movie stars, and they're just cool dudes. Like, you just want to have a beer with them and then go fight with them. And so, that's really who they are. Obviously, they're playing characters, but that camaraderie we wanted to feel, and that was important because this was about brotherhood. This was about being a team and then being separated from that team. And that was important to our theme. So it just sort of fit our movie right. I felt a part of the team. To be, it's my first action movie. It was a masterclass of action movie making when you have teachers like Bruce Willis and Dwayne and Channing and Ray Park and Lee Byung-hun. All those people was just an amazing experience for me.
Oh, I loved it. It was so good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you
to see
so
you
much.
too.
Good luck.